Abul Hasan Ali ibn Sahl Rabban al-Tabari is a notable 9th century Muslim physician, psychologist, and one of the first scholars who studied the comparative history of religions. He also produced one of the first encyclopedic works on medicine. He lived more than 70 years and met with important figures such as Muslim caliphs, governors, and eminent scholars. He is one of the most controversial scholars due to his family's religious background and the books he composed on religious matters. In this presentation, the works of Tabari will be analyzed in the light of new findings about his life and works. Although some historians claim that he was a Jewish, Ali bin Rabban has clearly described himself as a Christian in his book Kitab Ad-Din wa Ad-Dawla. In his other book, Ar-Ra'd ala an-Nasara, he says that he lived as a Christian until the age of 70 when he converted to Islam. In Firdaus al-Hikmah, he also mentioned why his father got the title Rabban and the meaning of it. My father was one of scribes of Mar, noble, intelligent, kind, very good on the books of medicine and the philosophy. Medicine, as his family field, has the priority. The aim of this was spiritual and religious satisfaction and getting benefit from it. This is why he got the title Rabban. The word Rabban implies our leader, our senior person, and our teacher. In his early years, he was taught by his father on the various topics of medical science and calligraphy. Soon, the young Tabari had attained competence in these fields and also mastered the Syriac and Greek languages. The Abbasid Caliph Al-Mu'tasim brought him into the service of his court between 833 until 842. In addition, to prove his expertise in the field of medicine, he came to be known as a scholar of philosophy, mathematics, and astronomy.
Ali continued in this job until the Caliph's death in 842, and upon the Caliph's death, Ali moved again to Samarra during the reign of Caliph al-Watiq. Ali later continued in court service again as a private physician and courtier under the new Caliph al-Mutawakkil. It was in Caliph al-Mutawakkil's reign that al-Tabari was promoted to that of companion to the Caliph, and lasting fame was assured. Caliph al-Mutawakkil urged and encouraged Ali to embrace Islam and to confess his faith openly. Hence, Ali converted to Islam around 849 or around 850 and was given a title as Mawla Amir al-Mu'minin by the Caliph. Ali praises the Caliph at the end of his book Kitabuddin wa Ad-Dawla. The date of Al-Tabari's death is not cited precisely. However, as Ali had converted to Islam when he was 70 years old during the reign of Caliph al-Mutawakkil, and he composed few books after that time, it can be deduced that Ali passed away after 864 in either Baghdad or Samarra.
During his life, he wrote 12 books, most of them were on medicine. Besides medical science, he was also a master of philosophy, mathematics, and astronomy. One of the books that he wrote is Firdaus al-Hikmah, which translates into Paradise of Wisdom. This work, also known as Al-Kunash al-Hadra, was a system of medicine. It was completed around 850, the third year of the reign of Al-Mutawakkil, most probably before the author converted to Islam. Besides, he also wrote Kitab Ad-Din wa Ad-Dawla, which translates into the religion and the state empire. Tabari composed this treaty after he converted to Islam around 855 to authenticate and testify that Islam is the true religion. Quran is the book of Allah and Prophet Muhammad is the last messenger. Since Al-Mutawakkil encouraged him to compose this book, Tabari dedicated this book, as he did with the Firdaus, to the Caliph. In this book, Tabari praised the Prophet of Islam and the true message he brought from Allah. Muhammad, he affirmed, was mentioned very clearly by the ancient prophets' divine book, which is the Old Testament and the New Testament, also known as the Bible. However, their statements were concealed and wrongly interpreted. Besides, Tabari also wrote several books such as HIFNI, Kitab al-Lu'lu'a, and Kitab al-Manafi al-Atimma wal-Ashriba wal-Aqaqir.
Ali al-Tabari started the book of Firdaus al-Hikmah almost 2 decades earlier after reading the available medical texts on each subject. This is the work on which his fame rests. It is the first ever medical encyclopedia which incorporates all the then available branches of medical science. His work was translated into German by Alfred Siegel in 1959 and published for the first time in the 20th century. Prior to that publication, only 5 of his manuscripts were available and scattered in libraries around the world. Firdaus al-Hikmah consists of 7 parts, which is contemporary ideology of medical science, elucidation of the organs of the human body, description of diet to be taken in conditions of health and disease, all diseases right from head to toe, description of flavor, taste and color, drugs and poison, while another part deals with diverse topics which discuss climate and astronomy. It also contains a brief mention of Indian medicine. He contributed immensely to how patients should be properly treated. Unlike earlier physicians, Ali bin Sahl al-Tabari emphasized strong ties between psychology and medicine and the need for psychotherapy and counseling in the therapeutic treatment of patients. His work truly changed the course of medicine at his time.